Om Shanti. In this Avyakt month, stay free from bondage and experience the stage of liberation in life. Constantly embodiments of success. For as long as you have the support of your physical organs, you definitely have to perform actions. However, let there be no bondage of karma, but a relationship of karma. The stage of liberation in life means you experience greater success and no burden of those actions. Those who are liberated are constantly embodiments of success. A soul who is liberated in life will say with spiritual intoxication, "Victory is guaranteed and success is my birthright." Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 15 in this Avyakt month. Stay free from bondage and experience the stage of liberation in life. Today's topic: constantly embodiments of success. Dilaram Bhatti, point for practice. The ocean of love, Prem Sagar. Prem Ke Sagar. Love breaks the familiarity of suffering. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. In month of January, everyone's attention, love, relationship with Brahma Baba, our mind and intellect really want to absorb that. The pictures you saw, and as much we know that Baba's timetable of the day had all different kind of activities. Some of the actions look very ordinary, but Baba was always part of it. It's necessary to do karma yoga, but also while doing karma yoga, our spiritual journey continues also. They have to be combined because involving in everything, like Baba you saw him doing gardening, and gardening is really very good. I myself used to always water the grass or go near the flowers, and gardening is something which kind of you are nurturing and having good relationship with nature, with earth. So then you saw anywhere, Baba will take interest in uh, pieces of toli. Once Baba was giving toli, and some pieces were very small, some big. And Baba told Didi, no, it shouldn't be like that. So since then, even now when you go to Madhuban, the tolis are really cut into proper size and everything. Once Dadi Janki was saying that they had to cook sweet rice, right? And they have to keep cooking, but taste was same of every pot. So that means the way Baba has set up system, whether for kitchen, whether for toli, whether for those who are cooking and So definitely love was there, but also a lot of attention on karma yoga. I remember that these days we have departments, but when you had to do all round, then you learn everything, you participate in anything, everything. So whenever I look at pictures of Brahma Baba, it's like he's doing some action. So doing action is not a bondage. It's necessary because if you don't do, then others observe you and they will say, but why should I do? If you want to be a good example, you have to be all round. You have to take interest, participate, and it's a kind of cooperation with everyone. If we are together in family and only one person cook, which we had Boli Dadi, but then we also went, helped in making Brahma Bhojan or whatever it is, Karma Yoga is sustaining the yajna. Before the groups used to go, every day we had been given one Karma Yoga. Whether it is making toli, Brahma Bhojan, cleaning the grains, making bedding, pillows. I still remember we made so many. I even know until now how to make a mattress in India. No, they give you a very big cotton mattress and then you have to stitch it, right? It's a very big needle and then you stitch and you can stitch it properly. So Baba, the he was karma yogi, we also have to be karma yogi. But also spiritual journey. Brahma Baba accumulated all the powers. Of course, he had power of love, power of knowledge, but also power of be a good example is important. There are some, they don't do anything for themselves even, right? And Baba said, no, you should do everything. So I like Baba's life of a Kanu yogi, plus on a good spiritual journey. Whenever, whichever power is required, Baba has lot of patience, Baba had lot of tolerance, Baba has lot of love, was detached observer, but will give sakash all the time. So, month of Brahma Baba, because every simriti or awareness brings power. So, always keep thinking about how Baba did it, what we have to do. So, don't get confused, and there are different opinions, different interpretations of Murli. But we have to listen to Baba very carefully and always remind yourself of what Dadis also did. They also followed Brahma Baba to take care of Yagya. Even if we are organization, but we are Yagya. So these days there are many different interpretation theories, but we have to remain on the main path, right? So Baba is saying that constantly embodiment of success. Constantly embodiment of success. So keep reminding yourself, I am a victorious soul, success is my birthright. For it, Baba says, as long as you can, the support of your physical body, as long as you have the support of your physical body, you definitely have to perform actions. However, let there be the bondage. Let no bondage of karma. Perform action, but no bondage of karma. Baba says, but the relationship of karma. Because if there is body and you use all the sense organs, bodily organs, to do seva for yajna, it's not only purification, but it's also earning fortune. So relationship of karma, the stage of liberation in life means that you experience greater success and no burden of those actions. The stage of the liberation in life means, Jivan Mukti means, you experience greater success and no burden of those karmas. So Baba says those who are liberated are constantly embodiment of success. Those who are liberated are constantly embodiment of success. So Baba says that a soul is so interesting that bondages brings burden and obstacles in our success. So Baba says that one who is liberated in life will say with spiritual intoxication, victory guaranteed and success is my birthright. Victory is guaranteed and success is my birthright. So I think we also, and especially in month of January, just follow Brahma Baba, Karmatit stage, Jivan Mukti stage, and just check whether no bondage pulls us, whether in thoughts or in actions. As much with love you will do yajna seva, that much power, charity, blessings will be upon us, and that will be our victory and success. So victory is guaranteed and success is my birthright. So contemplate, reflect, and make month of January a very, very useful and also inspiring month. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi, Om Shanti, Avyakti Parivar.
Om Shanti Gayatri Man.
In preparation for 18 January, I always think that I am the child of Angel Brahma. Because when I took spiritual birth, Baba had moved or transcended from Sakar to Avyakt. And so, especially at this time of the year, I see Baba the angel becomes predominant in the way I look at him, in the way I talk to him, in the way I remember him. And so I want to engage you not so much on the Avyakti point for tomorrow, but on Brahma Baba being the angel this evening. Someone sent me a book called the angels of New York. And I didn't know New York had so many angels, but it's a meditative journey on their journey in the city. And they identified the angels that are here in the city, the angel of protection, the angel of travel, the angel of romance, the angel, different angels, the human angel. And so I thought how appropriate, because this is a time we are also talking about angels, and even in a city like New York, they have angels and they have a book on the angels. But what I want to ask you is that I know that there was a time in the yajna, and I hope you could remember this time, when Sakar Baba used to ask trans messengers to go to the Abhyakt region and tell him, describe to him what subtle Brahma was like. And he used to then take what was brought back to him and look at himself with it. What I find so fascinating about that, today we have Brahma Baba to look at, we have the ancestor souls to look at in the way they transcended and became an angel. But Brahma Baba had no one to look at for his transcending to be an angel. He had the subtle Brahma, I suppose, to look at. And that's why he was so fascinated to know what was the difference, what was the similarities, etc. So if I remember, you were one of those trans messengers that Baba used to say, go to the subtle region and come back and tell me about that subtle Brahma so that I too can become like that. I suppose that's what he was thinking. He wouldn't have said that to you, but I thought that's what he was thinking. So, were you one of those trans messengers that Baba asked to do that? And what was it that you saw, and what was it that you said to Baba?
Mhm. There are many stages of trance. The first stage is where you only have visions, like you seeing Krishna, you seeing heaven, or you seeing something. And a time come, then you take message and give to Baba. The third stage comes when you bring back message also. So these are three stages in trance. And when Baba came to know that I also kind of have started going in trance and have the visions, then Baba invited me to come at 4 o'clock in his room and made me sit on his bed on the side of the wall. And Baba will give me drishti, and Baba will, and he will make Santri Dadi also sit there on the mattress. She always used to sit there. So then Baba said, in subtle regions, there is perfect angelic form of Brahma. So can you go and see what is the difference? I was new, I was innocent, so whatever I saw. And one thing which I still remember was that light was brighter and eyes has like more twinkle and more light. So I came back and I told Baba that light was more, and Baba smiled. And because at that time also Baba had many, many years already, right? When I came in knowledge, Baba was like started his journey in 1936, 37. So when I came 58, and so it's like so many years he was already on journey. And his thoughts about perfection, fullness, I don't know, there was not that much talk about angelic stage, but definitely one of that qualification of 16 degrees, 16 celestial degrees, viceless, all virtuous. We say these are Sri Krishna's qualities or degree. So that definitely was the aim in everyone's mind. And after so many years of journey, definitely Baba was looking for final destination or final goal or aim of the life. And that's where I think he was trying to see what is the resemblance, what is the different. And so many asked me that was it same features, was it, yeah, because it was Brahma, but awake Brahma, no, light, with the light. So yeah, I definitely at that time, that's what I remember I did.
And when Baba would be in Sakar and you would go into trance and bring him messages, those messages would be from Abhyak Bapdada, in the sense it would be Shiv Baba talking to you through the light form of Brahma, of angelic Brahma. And then you used to bring the message to Sakar Baba?
Actually, there was personal trance messenger, was Santri Dadi. And there was another one, her name was actually Sandeshi. That means she will always go. But Santri Dadi, like if he has to travel, not travel, all directions will come about Yagya from Santri Dadi. Later on, of course, when my part, I mean, Dadi Gulzar was also one of the main trans messenger at that time. And then some of us gradually grew, and then we were also given messages. But it was mostly Dadi Gulzar and Santri Dadi, especially for Yagya, for Baba's personal life. I think they too were the proper trans messengers.
But you still went into trance, even though you weren't the official one. But how did you communicate with Shiv Baba in the subtle region? Was it through the body of subtle Brahma?
Yeah. It was when we say Bab Dada. So it was Avyakt Brahma. Like later on when Baba became Avyakt, then we have Avyakt Bab Dada coming in Dadi Gulzar, right? So before was also subtle Brahma. And Shiv Baba through subtle Brahma. Because otherwise Shiv Baba cannot talk to us, right?
That's right.
So for communication, it has to be Brahma. And that is where I also want to say to the family that the importance of Brahma's role in our lives, because without his surrender, without his, giving the loan of his body and totally obedient to Baba, following Srimad, there are so many things which are the foundation of Yagya. Even Dadis were there, and even now there are many instruments or teachers who are good example also. But without Brahma Baba, one time Baba said, if Shiv Baba comes, he has to come in a body and then speak morally. So if we don't have that full love, total respect and obedience and aim of following Brahma Baba and keeping to those traditions which he began, I think that month of January is to kind of reinforce them in our life of how much love we and how much respect and how thankful we are to Brahma Baba for everything in our lives.
What would you say is the easiest way to connect to angelic Bapdada, to Baba through angelic Brahma Baba? Because we are all aspiring now, particularly those in the West, they may not identify with the goddesses, but they definitely identify with angels. And of course, we know Baba's, you talk about the power of being an example. That was one of the outstanding powers in Baba's life. how would those who have not met Sakar Baba, who have not met Avyakt Bapdada through Daddy Gulzar, what would you say to them that would be the easiest way to connect to Angel Brahma now? If you say surrender, they may say, oh, that's difficult. If you say obedience, they will say, well, we're too independent, we can't be obedient. So what's the easiest way? And I'll tell you what I shared with the Dilaram today. I said, what if we go into Baba's room and suddenly Baba's presence there became very living, and he's an angel, and I can see him as an angel, really, really in a living form. What would be my response to that? And so that for me would be an easy way. What would you say would be an easy way for them to relate to Angel Brahma?
There are two things. One is in soul consciousness, you connect with Shiv Baba, and in your angelic stage or when you are, in a subtle form, then you connect with, I call him my guardian angel. And so then you feel that kind of relationship, you feel connection. But in soul consciousness, Shiv Baba, and in our subtle, because when we meditate or do yoga, kind of intellect becomes very subtle and the mind. And then we use those mind and intellect to connect and create relationship with Brahma Baba, which I think everyone can do if we pay attention to emerging into our subtle form, or mind and intellect very subtle, because mind and intellect is very connect with vyakt, with gross, with physical. But as soon as we go beyond, there is experience of angelic stage. And then from that stage, you connect with Brahma Baba. They can, if everyone tries, they can definitely experience.
So the first step would be, I'm a soul, I'm a bodiless being, I connect to Shiv Baba. And the second step would be, I am not in a body of flesh and bones, but I'm in a body of light in the subtle region, and I'm connecting to Angel Brahma, but I'm connecting to Angel Brahma's heart. Right? So I begin to feel it. Otherwise, I will start visualizing and I will start thinking about it. And it will remain like thoughts in me. So the question is to sustain that angelic form of light, do I do it through feelings or do I do it through thoughts? To sustain my body of light.
Yeah, I think thoughts have to change into feelings, and feelings create thought. And yeah, this is how it happens. And I think as we all also have this awareness that we have to be angelic, that means we have to be subtle. So I think that becoming aware gradually, not get caught up into the grossness and physical and mundane things lot, and lot of energy, mind and intellect goes towards very unnecessary things. So I think that if we keep that attention, that we have to be in our angelic form and do what angels would do, service in a subtle way. And that is why during day, at least few times we should do little bit of mansa seva, bodiless stage, or silence. But mostly we are busy in service, doing actions, but going beyond that also. So not only others will follow, but the atmosphere also will be very, very powerful, very loving, very sweet.
Mhm. You were in Madhuban on the 21st when Baba first came. He was sending messages, but he didn't come to talk. When Brahma Baba came the first time in Dadi's body, how did you feel?
Mhm. Yeah, actually, we took it like Dadiji was there, and when we got message, we were kind of well in silence, and there was no sorrow. We felt we will be more responsible for the family. But when Baba came and we start getting drishti, suddenly, like at least I remember myself, all of us, those who were sitting in front, got very emotional for a few moments. Nirmal Shanta Dadi came and sat on Gadi and said, "No, Baba doesn't like this." Even we didn't have tears, but you could hear like we were little bit emotional. And she didn't ever had tears or cried, or because she said, "No, this is not what Baba likes. This is not what he has taught." Just two sentences she said. So we were very emotional, and the feelings which emerged. But then, as that Murli of first Murli, we read it again. It's so clear in directions that everyone became very light and start feeling that Baba is still with us because he is giving Srimad for everything.
Do you think that because in that first Murli, it was definitely more of Shiv Baba's voice, kind of saying, well, it's drama, it happened, da da da. Do you think Brahma Baba would have also been a little emotional? Or do
Mhm.
you think he was totally detached, watching all the children because he was in his complete state?
I think that, Baba, even in Sakar, when we are leaving, he had a lot of love for us. And we could see it. As they say that tears were in the eyes, but they don't fall, in the sense of, so we could feel that even when I know we used to take leave, Baba, we going and we will come back. And because he loved us, plus he wanted us to be there, but he also knew we have some service responsibilities. So we need to go. And that is where I think it was Ramesh Bhai who said to Baba, "Please don't forget me." Baba said that if I remember you, how will I remember Shiv Baba? But that is where it came known that no, I won't remember, but I won't forget you also. So I think that definitely Baba also had lot of feelings for each one of us, lot. And like he knew what part we will play, and he gave accordingly.
Well, to be continued because it is so amazing these days that you feel every day, you feel his presence more and more in a living way at the centers, in the Baba's room. And so I look forward to hearing more stories about when Baba became Avyakt and the power with which the power of his example, as you said tonight. And that example is still the one we follow in the footsteps of him. And so I look forward to hearing more about it.
Okay, thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.